So as I was at the O show last night, I was really excited to go. I like going to shows by myself. I was sitting there, and I love water, and I love theater and all of those things. There's just something about a live performance. And I was sitting there in the audience thinking, what would my experience be of this if I was watching this on a big screen? In fact, what about if I had virtual reality glasses? So I actually felt like I was there, but I knew that I wasn't really there. Would it still have the energy and the excitement that I feel right now, knowing I'm in the presence of these amazing performers? And I remember, well, actually, wait, let me take a step back. I actually didn't watch the Super Bowl. I'm kind of sorry to admit that, but I was at a spa, so I was kind of doing my own thing. I happened to walk in, though, right at the end, the last 2 seconds, so I saw the excitement of the Super Bowl in 2 seconds, which was great. But we always hear a lot about the commercials, the advertisements. And one of the advertisements they played right at the end was showing the military, people serving in active duty. Maybe you remember this. They were actually given the opportunity to go into a virtual reality situation. It makes you emotional even thinking about it, but they lifted the curtain, and suddenly it seemed as though they were there at the Super Bowl with their family sitting next to them. And I think it was really powerful that they were getting this experience. And yet, as I've been sitting there the last few days, I keep thinking about this idea that that is an extraordinary experience when you can't have the real thing. And it made me think, even this morning, as I sat and reflected on that even more, what would those kids, what would those wives, what would those husbands have given for an actual hug in the stadium? Would that change their experience? So it made me think about all of you. I've been hearing about robo-advisors for the last few years. I wasn't really sure exactly what we were talking about. But obviously, over the last few days, we've heard more and more and more about technology and disruptions and where we're going with the future. And the opening keynote was amazing and totally uncomfortable for me. Because I'm a feeler, I'm a sensor. There's parts of our brains that connect at a deeper level with the energy of the person who's sitting in front of us. And I've said for the last 13 years that the greatest resource that you bring to your clients is you. It's your energy. It's your presence. It's your ability to listen. I think it was John this morning mentioned something about conversations and the art of conversations, and that's very important. Are we having conscious conversations with people? Or are we sitting in the chair when our mind and our emotions and our depth of passion is actually out in the waiting room thinking about the next person that's coming in? And I was a little disturbed even this morning watching this, as I have the last few days, at how many technological devices were open, and not open taking notes. You all can tell me you're taking notes on those devices, but I sit behind you. I see what you're actually doing. Now, what's super cool is I see much less right now. And I don't think it's because of me. I actually think that maybe this topic really mattered to you. Maybe you've decided this is the last session. This one's for me. I'm going to learn how to take better care of myself. I'm going to learn how to manage my team more effectively. I'm going to learn more about stress and maybe how I can help my clients cope better with the chronic stress that all of us are dealing with. And I hope that that's the case. I'm going to give you as much information as I can in this short period of time. And I want you to know I genuinely want to continue to support you after the fact. So I'm going to give you my email address. Please be in touch with me if there's anything I can do to help support you.